the start, Charlene plays innocent.
I knew she was guilty when I saw her biting her nails at the beginning. I'm joking. No, I'm not joking.
Yeah. Woo. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Yeah. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Let's go.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Attorney Session Reacts. I'm your host, Attorney Marcus Session. Today, I'm going to react to a video titled, "A Female Cop Gets Caught Seducing Inmates." Oh my God. I wonder if she's in the same prison where R. Kelly is. But on a serious note, thank you guys for always tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my page. I always have some fresh content for you guys here. And without further ado, let's just get right into the video.
This is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
He felt me, I was like sucking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
Your communications inside of a prison are not confidential. They're not private. They can very well monitor your communications and use them against you later on. So just remember that if you plan on having sex with inmates and you're a correctional officer, which is a horrible plan, by the way.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh, man.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent.
I knew she was guilty when I saw her biting her nails at the beginning. I'm joking. No, I'm not joking.
Pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker.
Jacob Parker? I wonder if he's related to Petey Parker.
So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
The fact that she's being questioned by these investigators, in my opinion, warrant her needing an attorney present. Here's why. It is illegal for prison staff to have sex with inmates. Under the Prison Rape Elimination Act, it is a federal crime for prison staff to have sex with inmates because the law has deemed it impossible for inmates to give consent. Therefore, it will be rape. Sort of like statutory rape. Given the age of the victim, if they are below the age of consent or the age of majority, then they can't give consent simply by being of that age. So in other words, she is being investigated for rape, and now she's a part of an interrogation or an interview where they're questioning her about this crime. Therefore, she needs an attorney present. If I was her, I would immediately stop talking. If they're gonna arrest me, let them arrest me, and I would request for an attorney to be present before I speak with them any further.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, sure you don't.
Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all?
Charlene is sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming, so there was an inmate.
You had a feeling it was coming? You had a feeling it was coming because you having sex with an inmate. That's why you had a feeling it was coming. Because you knew it was going to come. Oh, I didn't mean anything by that. I didn't mean anything. Y'all minds are...
Named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Equal to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to me and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just,
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor.
She probably was with that other jealous inmate as well.
But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there was jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
What's going on, detective, is that I want an attorney present. You're going to arrest me, but I want an attorney present before I speak to you again.
I guess a few years ago,
Stop talking.
we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, like, it wasn't anything like that. And
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here. This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else.
Joking and making a woman laugh is an open door to her heart.
Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
no, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations you are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
How many no's did she just say? That's 7 no's. 7 is a lucky number, but rather unlucky for her.
No, that was like in the world. But we never dated. We just.
What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home? Or? Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story is seeming less and less like the truth.
See, when people lie, you will always get caught in your lie. You can't lie your way out of some things. And just the simple fact that they're sitting there, he has information that, he shouldn't know, according to her. I would stop talking, stop lying, stop talking, ask for an attorney.
Caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about, like, photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
I
You sharing pics? You sharing pics?
gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
You must be mama. You must be big mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
No, because.
So one of the
Dude got the photographs on his cell wall probably. You serious? It's not hard for them to find that out.
we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-hmm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate, but it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the fact that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, baby?
I just won the blackjack game.
What, babe? I just won a blackjack game. This conversation is going nowhere. Good.
Hey.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secrets.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know, you probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Would you really? God.
Hell yeah.
You let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Yeah, babe. Oh my God.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is.
So, like I said, not siding with this woman one bit, but in order to preserve her rights, she needs to stop talking and ask for an attorney and stop talking.
However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts.
Regardless if there's no evidence, which I agree, she still needs an attorney and she still needs to stop talking to them unless she has an attorney present.
But that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine and wine. And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh man.
It wasn't my best moment. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh.
All right, there's the evidence. She needs an attorney. She's going to jail.
Meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Get you horny?
Oh yeah. It just felt me always like soaking through my clothes. You get very horny very easy. I always want to have sex, but that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view.
And I doubt if she gets horny only for him. But the simple fact that she's involved with him says a lot about her character.
It's like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
The audacity she has to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable. But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago.
That's not true. There's some people that can lay a whammy on you and you remember them from 10 years ago. I'm just saying. It's not true.
In such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was. Like, this, giving him this blowjob was, but you, like, don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something that you're having trouble coming up with details about it, you know what I mean? Like, if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe blowjob? I mean, is that...
She went Bill Clinton on his ass. How would you describe blowjob? I never had sexual relations with that woman. Or she went R. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, do you like underage women? Well, define underage.
I was like about the blowjob. I mean, just, so if this is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like,
I mean, like we said in the car, you know.
Like when I asked you who was there, and of course, like when you met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean,
kid's
I was
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
So they are doing what's called fishing for a confession. Not on her side, but she should not give them this confession. She should immediately stop talking and say, am I free to go? If not, arrest me, and I don't want to speak to you. I want an attorney.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being older to the point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob for that part of you.
Oh, God. Oh, man, the only way her attorney, I guess, is going to argue for the dismissal of that confession is coercion, but we're not talking about that. She shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have said anything. She should have kept her mouth closed and said, again, are you going to arrest me? Am I free to leave? If I'm not free to leave, you need to arrest me. I'm not talking unless I have an attorney present.
In that part of the clock? How long ago was that?
Okay. Once again.
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed. But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates.
And furthermore, there's always a federal cause of action for prison inmates trying to protect their rights against states while being confined. So that's why the statute is a federal statute, because it seeks to protect prison inmates in all states from this type of abuse that may be acted on them by the state.
Policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
You losing more than your job. You losing your freedom.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges? Like,
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the law kind of being recorded, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, can I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
All right, well, that lady is definitely going to jail. Like I said, she should not have spoken. She should have just kept quiet, asked for an attorney, and left if she had the right to leave. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments. I love interacting with you guys. And until next time, take it easy, my friends.
Let's go.